And Ian said, "Is everything all right? You're a bit quiet tonight." I said, "Oh, got a bit of a problem trying to get 200 quid together for next weekend."
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, you seem quite an outgoing person." And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well," and he was obviously gay.
Yeah.
The butler, obviously gay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that blind. And he said, "Oh, I've got a couple of friends up in Piccadilly who see a few friends for some money on a regular basis."
Right. So the butler was saying that he was doing that he was able to earn some money.
Well, I think he did, but I don't think he needed to anymore now he was Adrian's
No, he's a butler, yeah, okay.
I think he was quite happy living in a lovely house and...
and getting paid for it.
Anyway, he said, "What are you doing on Wednesday, late afternoon?" He said, "I've got the day off, but I've got stuff to do." And he said, "I'll come up to Piccadilly with you, because it's only on the train from Chiswick to Piccadilly.
Yeah.
And then introduce you to a couple of my friends," which we did.
Yeah.
And I met this guy, Tom, who was my sort of age. And he said, "Have you had sex with blokes before?" I said, "Yeah, I had it at school." He said, "Oh, you'll fit in fine."
But you're just one of us.
Yeah. Well, I think I probably basically was.
Yeah.
And he said, all you got to do is in the toilets go, look for an older man.
So you just hang around in the toilets. How does that work then? How's the...
Well, so...
You just knew the toilets to go to? Is that the deal?
So they were called cottages in those days.
Right, okay.
And various cottages were easier to earn money than others.
Right.
But Leicester Square and Piccadilly...
Cottages?
Yeah, because that's what the toilets were called.
Right.
Because if you look back at older ones, like probably out in the suburbs, they were all built like cottages.
Okay, right.
Gents and ladies' public toilets were like a small cottage.
Right.
So you used to go cottaging and go from one
Cottaging? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, one to the other.
Interesting.
So you start at Notting Hill Gate, then go to Oxford Circus, Piccadilly, Leicester Square.
Right.
And all those undergrounds had toilets. So you'd start about 4:30 and finish about 7:30.
In the morning?
No, in the evening when people were finishing work.
Right.
And you do married blokes on their way home to their
How
wife.
would it come about? They just recognise you were there? How would the conversation
go?
There
was no conversation whatsoever.
Right.
So you'd stand there with a bit of a hard on and they'd start wanking.
But were you... I don't understand. Were you naked?
No, you're fully dressed.
But you'd just be there and they'd just work out that you were?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't.
Just advertising.
What happens if you got it slightly mistaken?
That's how I got arrested, because I got pulled by the old bill.
Right.
That's how Tim Lee Davey came to rescue me from Marylebone Magistrates Court.
What, because you thought someone was coming on to you and they weren't or something?
No. So
they were washing their hands and then they just...
So I'm standing there wanking away and this bloke's next to me going, follow them outside.
Right.
And he went, "You're under arrest."
Oh, right. So he's kind of... Yeah, but that's kind of enticement a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had to go to Marylebone Magistrates Court.
Right. Fucking hell.
And so you're looking for your court name. And I think I was in court 4. And tap on the shoulder. "Hello, Fluxy." "Oh, hello, Tim Lee Davey. What are you doing here?" And Tim Lee Davey was a lawyer.
Right.
Who raced before 1600.
Right, okay. Was he sent there to get you out, or he was there?
No, he was there doing his job.
Right.
I said, "Oh, tossing up for speeding." He said, "Oh, that's in court too."
Yeah,
He said, "Well, your name's on there." I said, "Well, I think it's here." He went, "Oh, soliciting. Oh, you are a naughty boy."
So he managed to...
And he said, "Look, I'll come and do it for nothing for you." He said, "I can get you're only going to get a fine." Right. He said, "I'll get it reduced from 100 quid to 60 quid.
Right, okay.
And still up said his bit. And
fair enough.
And he never wanted a penny. And we still joke about it to this day, because he lives in Thailand now.
How do you feel about that part of your life? Because you're a happy-go-lucky fella, and like I always think, when have you reconciled it, or are you not bothered? How do you feel about it? Never bothered you?
No.
Yeah. Just cracked on with your life. Yeah. No, that's fair. I mean, that's great that you can do that. It's great.
Anyway, so pub story for you on that same vein.
Yeah.
So there's a guy called who.
Is this one that I can actually wank over?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
He's actually in Thailand now because he'll be seen with the two guys I introduced you to earlier. His name's Jason.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's four of us sitting in here 4 or 5 years ago, and we're talking about our Christian names. And I hate Ian. Always have done. That's why I like being called Fluxy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're running, and so there's an older woman, and Paul, me, and Jason. So, her name is Alma, which
This is not going to get him to trouble with his wife or anything that, is it? I'm just checking.
Alma. And we said, how do you know? My parents were Irish, don't know. Paul went, well, obviously it's his family are Roman Catholic or something, and he had his brother's Mark and he's Paul, and it's some fucking Roman Catholic shit, and he hates his parents because they sent him to Roman Catholic school, which he hated. And then Jason says, oh, well, I'm called Jason. I said, well, why are you called Jason? He said, do you know Jason King? He had a TV detective program. I said, I know him very well. He said, what do you mean you know him very well? I said, well, his real name is Peter Wingard. And when I was a rent boy, he was my best customer. He paid for most of my tyres in 1978.
No way.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
He said, well, that's fucking pissed me off. My mum named me after some bum bandit.
Oh, fucking hell. It's funny, though. I mean, Christ. You're probably going to go... You're going to go to your grave with... No. You're going to go to your grave full of stories that people don't... And that's kind of part of my intro, is this like...
So tonight, other than you flicking through those pages...
Yeah.
Or about the photographs...
Yeah.
There's nothing I've talked about tonight that's in my book.
That's not in your book, you mean? Yeah.
There's nothing I've talked about tonight that's in my book.
Yeah.
It's all... This is a first.
Okay. Right, yeah.
It's a scoop for you.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the book is excellent. So if you want to know about Flux's life as a racing driver, that was kind of the conversation we had before. And it's like, I don't want to just go like what you did in karting and then I did this in karting and the rest of it.
I got in the 49s at Brands. I had a wank.
Yeah. But it's nevertheless a good book that kind of details it, and it kind of goes through, step by step, doesn't it? And
so something I haven't told you about is about the cleaner at Graham Hills.
Cleaner at Graham Hills. Right.
So what are you imagining now? A cleaner, some sort of 50-year-old woman.
Okay, yeah.
So
it's Graham Hill's F1 team.
Yeah, Graham Hill.
Right.
Damon's
I'm thinking
dad.
Graham Hill Benz. Right, yeah.
Yeah, well, named after him. So this is the factory at Feltham. I'm 19, leading the Formula V Championship, and we've got there's no Grand Prix this weekend. I think it's after Monaco, but it's probably in June. And Wimbledon Speedway still exists then. So Thursday night, we've all decided we're going to Wimbledon Speedway. So the cleaner used to come in Tuesdays and Thursdays. Her name was Ajax. She used to go through the team like a
That wasn't her real name.
No, I'm not telling the real name. She used to go through the team like a white tornado, as in the advert. So anyway, she only used to clean the offices, which were above the workshop. So there's 2 windows and 3 offices. So it's like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and we're all taking our dirty jeans off, putting some clean jeans on. And she's looking out the office window. I'm standing next to one of the mechanics, Preston. And he's in between jeans, spots her, and just gets his cock out and starts helicoptering it. And she goes, so up he goes and bangs her. And then Malcolm the trucker, he thought, well, fuck that. If he's having some, I'm having some. So he goes up and bangs her.
Within
minutes or seconds. I think Preston's hardly pulled out. Malcolm's in. And then another guy goes up, who I can't tell you his name because you'll know. So she's had 3.
Part of me wants to say,
Because we've always taken the piss out. I can't tell you his real name, but we've always called him Sloppy Thirds.
I know what my next YouTube short video is going to be.
Sloppy Thirds.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, so this then set a precedent till after the team closed. So this went from June till the December. So the accident was November the 29th. And she used to come Tuesday and Thursday. And
Did she come Tuesday?
Yeah. And her husband used to pick her up after work in his Mark 1 Lotus Cortina.
What was the registration? No, don't tell me.
Anyway, and I've still got I'll show you tomorrow morning before you leave forward tonight. We used to have a graph on the wall on the workshop on the clipboard thing, and we had a rotor. So you get a go with so the names are on there, whose turn it was. She'd do 2 Tuesday, 2 Thursday, and you get a go about every 2 weeks.
Oh, God.
I'll show you that when we get home.
Well, you got a photo of it, have you?
No, I've got the real thing.
You've got the original rotor.
Yeah. I've got the original graph paper that was on the tea room.
Oh, that was...
Now that is an nymphomaniac.
Yeah.
Can you imagine her dripping into the car and husband going, "Is the cleaning gone all right?" "Oh yes, it's been lovely, Steve."